We experienced an unexpected audio issue and our introduction of commissioners candidates for Precinct 1 was lost.
Okay, I'm very confused.
There you go. So we're going to start, and we're combining the commissioner candidates for both Precinct 1 and Precinct 2. Let me introduce them to you very quickly. We have Commissioner for Precinct 1, Mickey Barker, is the incumbent. He'll give our opening statement, a 1-minute opening statement, followed by Wesley Miller, who's also a candidate for Precinct 1, followed by Steve Smith, also a candidate for Precinct 1. The fourth candidate to give an opening statement will be Lance Knotts, candidate for Precinct 3, followed by Travis Thompson, candidate for Precinct 3, and finally Bill Holden, also a candidate for Precinct 3. Again, as you just heard from Wade Bartley, the incumbent is not running, so that's a new open position. And with that, we will turn it over, and I've got Jim Thompson here. He's going to be giving some
you'll get a 30-second warning, and then you'll get a stop.
All right.
Good evening. My name is Steve Smith, also known as Big Smith. My wife and I moved to Hopkins County in 1988. After our jobs way down in Greenville, we decided to chase a long-time dream of opening a barbecue restaurant. So with the help of family, hope, and prayer, we opened the doors of Big Smith's Barbecue September 1, 1989. It was touch and go for a long time, with a lot of determination and hard work. 35 years later, here we are, still working hard. In the early days, I volunteered with our volunteer fire department for about 10 years until my sons were old enough to join the Scouts. Then I volunteered as an assistant scout master with Troop 66 for 13 years, working with boys to guide them to responsible young men. And looking forward to county commissioner position. Thank you very much.
My name is Lance Knotts, and I love Hopkins County. This land and its people are my roots, my heritage, and my home. I want to take a moment to share a perfect example of why I've chosen to run for office. It was last Thursday night at the Hopkins County Chamber of Commerce banquet. Among the familiar faces, I had the privilege of meeting a couple of new residents. What struck me was their immediate expression of the uniqueness of our community. They spoke of the warmth, the genuine care, and love that permeates through our community. They praised our show of patriotism and faith that runs deep. I couldn't help but feel a sense of pride as I listened. Watching friends and family receive recognition, witnessing the tears of gratitude during their speeches by those who call Hopkins County home only reinforced this conviction. Thank you for your time, and I humbly ask for your vote for Precinct 3 Commissioner.
Good afternoon. I'm Travis Thompson, and I'm running for your next Hopkins County Precinct 3 Commissioner. I've got over 7 years of road and bridge maintenance experience between Franklin County and Hopkins County. I come of almost 8 years out of coal mine before that. My wife and I both grew up in Precinct 3 our entire lives, and we plan to stay and keep thriving to help our community in any way we can. So I've decided to move on in, and I guess the next promotion of you can't go no higher than a road crew, so let's run for commissioner. And it's use our experience to get it done and fix roads and start with a base first. If you don't have a good foundation underneath your roads, and you're not gonna, doesn't matter what you put on top of it, it's not gonna stay. So let's start from the ground up, and let's get started. Let's help Hopkins County. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is William Holden. Most of my friends call me Bill, and I'm running for Hopkins County Commissioner for Precinct 3. I've been a resident of Hopkins County for 30 plus years. I started a business here about 16 years ago in the park. That business is now self-sufficient without me needing to be there to run it. This gives me an opportunity to serve Hopkins County as Commissioner for Precinct 3. My wife Kathy and I have been married for 23 plus years. We have children and grandchildren that live and go to school. We have a small farm here at night. We raise a few cattle every year, and we attend church at Shannon Oaks Church. My entire life has been in servitude of people, as that is what makes me happy. I worked for large and small businesses as a butcher, maintenance supervisor, and now as a business owner. Everything I've ever done has been with me being hands-on and involved. From my experience in life and business, I feel I am the best candidate to be your Precinct 3 Commissioner. I intend to work full-time in your county commission, and I am asking for your vote and opportunity to serve Hopkins County as your Commissioner for Precinct 3.
Gentlemen, we're going to go in that same order. That's what I have on my sheet here. I'm going to go in that same order. I'm going to ask a question. You each have 2 minutes to answer the question. Commissioner Barker, since you're going first, you will have a 30-second rebuttal if you wish to take it. Here's the question, and I'm happy to repeat it when you get up there if you need me to. Being open and transparent on how county tax dollars are spent is extremely important. What records will you be able to provide to explain why you repaired a road, how much was spent, and why that particular county road and not another?
We have recently implemented a new computer system and hired a new employee to do nothing but that, help us keep records. Right now, the majority of the records are kept either in a notebook, at home, whatever. We're going to be able to pull up all of the information at one time to a click of a button. We work very hard to work on the roads there in Hopkins County. I'm sorry.
All right. I have in fact. Don't worry, you get a 30-minute rebuttal, so be thinking about what that was. Wesley Miller, do you want me to repeat that, Wesley? Would you like me to repeat the question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Being open and transparent on how county tax dollars are spent is extremely important. What records will you be able to provide to explain why you repaired a road, how much was spent, and why that particular county road and not another?
Well, as being foreman for quite some time now, we try to run most of the roads, try to weekly to check to see what roads are bad or worse than others. And since I started for Wayne Darby, we've kept a daily worksheet of everything we do every day and what we work on, what equipment we use, what kind of roads we work on, everything that we do, so that we can go back and look and check our records to what's bad. I'm not sure if all the other precincts have started doing that, but we've been doing it for the last several years. And it just kind of keeps up with the law and what's bad and what needs to be addressed.
All right. As Steve Smith comes up here, let me just throw in a pop question to all of you, just by a show of hands. How many of you wish that Jordan Van Winkle was speaking for you tonight? Raise your hand. That's right. Mr. Smith. Would you like me to repeat it? Yes. Being open and transparent on how county tax dollars are spent is extremely important. What financial records will you be able to provide to explain why you repaired a road, how much was spent, and why that particular county road and not another?
Well, in the business I'm in right now, I have to account for every dollar I spend. My wife and bookkeeper over there make sure of that. So, in order to budget my money right, I have to show where all my money went and how much come in. And I mean that's what I do now. I just easily transition that over into this position.
Thank you. Lance Knox. Lance, would you like me to repeat the question?
far as showing where money was spent, it's basically the same as being a supervisor or foreman in any operation. You keep your receipts, your invoices. Create reports after every job done. That way everything's easily tracked and traced right back to the penny of what was spent and what it was spent on. As far as the prioritization of what roads get fixed, I think there's any number of reasons why one might move another ahead of another. Different roads have different populations. So we want to always work towards what we can do to help the most people. Also, there's other roads that are vital for traffic and have way more traffic on them. So even if not as many people live on that road, they may use it to get to work. And those people that are using it to get to work may be nurses and doctors or other critical employees that need to get to town. Thank you.
Thank you. Travis Thompson, so I can repeat the question? Sure. Being open and transparent on how county tax dollars are spent is extremely important. What financial records will you be able to provide to explain why you repaired a road, how much was spent, and why that particular county road and not another?
I think keeping track of everything is I guess, you want to say it's your job or demanding, but you've got to be able to show as a commissioner and using the people's tax money, you need to be able to show what's going. If you can't prove where the money's going and the work that you do, then why be in there and do it? You've got to be able to justify a road, whether the equipment or the personnel lives on it or the traffic or how well it's holding up. Every road's different. Every road's got different vehicles on it, different size vehicles on it. And I think as far as being able to let people know, if you go to two-way communications and maybe even run an app or Facebook, even show people on a weekly scale of what area you're working in to where they can tell where you're being and where you're at. So I appreciate it.
Thank you. Now, Bill Holden, would you like me to repeat the question? Okay.
I think anyone that's in the business, medical field, obviously knows if it's not written, it never happened. So it's accountability.
Accounting and accountability basically means the same thing in that type of business. So if you didn't write it down, if you don't keep up with it, then it never happened. And there'll be people out here in our community that say you didn't fix my road, obviously, because that's all we hear about is the problem. There's nothing else going on, it's just problems. We all know there's more to it than that. But as I've learned, as I've been going to Commissioner's Court and the work sessions for a good better part of the last year, I think I've missed two, I've learned a lot about the accountability for the county. And I've learned a lot of things that I had no clue that they had to do to take care of in our county. It's not just fixing our potholes. But obviously that's the most important thing. But there is accountability and there needs to be documentation. And that's set in place now as we just stated. There's somebody hired to take care of that. But we need to do ourselves, our own due diligence, and keep up with that on our own. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Barker, would you like to rebuttal?
It is up to each commissioner to watch over, drive, manage his roads and his daily activities. Yes, we keep work records every day. But it is up to, first of all, we can schedule work all day long. But when it comes to a phone call from an irate, upset customer, we have situations all the time when we have to react. So constantly, we'll have to change all of our plans. All of my records, thank you, sir.
This is the end of the video for Commissioner Candidates Part 1. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.